What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to vlog number 4. Vlog number 4. I'm currently headed back up to Marietta, where I'm going to show you another one of my jobs, which is where I create CrossFit clothing for the company called Parallel. This company, Parallel, really prides itself on everything being made in the USA. All their fabric, they get the fabric themselves. They send it to a guy to have the pattern and stitching all done. Once they do that, they bring it in and they do either the heat pressing or they do the screen print for the shirts and all that. They do every single step of the way to create it from the fabric to on you, so that's kind of cool. And I'm going to go up there and work there for probably 8 or more hours today. I'm really surprised to be doing my 4th straight day of vlogging. I really enjoy actually creating the videos, doing the little cuts and bits and putting it all together and kind of showing you guys what goes on throughout my day. There's still lots of parts that I'm leaving out, not necessarily like bad parts or anything, but like, you know, like for example, focus. But like, why is it not focusing? There we go. But like, for example, you know, just a lot of meals I eat throughout the day, a lot of the little things. I feel like those are boring. I try to show you more so, more of the interesting stuff, more like the big things that are going on throughout the day, and be able to see how much I grow over the next several, you know, weeks and months. Because again, I've only been living, actually I don't think I've said this before, but I've only been living in San Diego for about, I moved on April 30th at night. So basically, I think it was like May 1st. It was like my first official day in San Diego. So May 1st, so May, June, July, August. So I'm about to be at the end of my 4th month living in San Diego when I used to live up in Marietta for most of my life. And I moved to San Diego with absolutely zero work. I moved down here just kind of off a whim. I had a bunch of money saved up from working since I was 16 years old, working full-time basically. And then I was kind of living off that as I'm slowly gaining work and stuff. So that'll probably be in the next vlog. Maybe on the way back today. I don't know. We'll see how much energy I have, and if I want to talk or just zone out. But yeah, that's a cool little story about how I moved to San Diego and just started to slowly build income, I guess you could say. So if you guys are enjoying the vlog so far, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does help. I enjoy making them a lot. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to see something else, or if you tweak something, let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll get back to you guys when we're in Marietta. I just realized I left my lunch at my apartment. So now I'm back in the car driving back home to San Diego. So basically all I did today was spend about 8.5 hours just working on booty short stuff. Booty shorts definitely are the #1 seller for the company. There's so many different varieties of colors, patterns, different things like that, designs. So there's so much for girls to collect, whereas guys, you know, might have, you know, a smaller variety of shorts, especially for workout. You know, girls will go extravagant and buy all the cool fashionable stuff, but for guys, we're a little more simple. So I did the whole day of just making booty shorts. Unfortunately, I was unable to show you guys anything with me working today. The owners asked me not to show anything, just for personal reasons, business reasons, not to, you know, maybe give away any secrets or anything like that to like what makes their patterns so awesome, or you know how they make their apparel specifically. So they asked me not to record anything, which I totally respect. I did record a little bit, and they saw it and they're like, whoa, yeah, we don't want you to record, so I deleted all those clips. So to have some content in this vlog, I decided I will go and give you guys the story of how I went and moved to San Diego. So first to start off, I've lived in Marietta since I was, I believe, 7 years old. So I was 7 all the way up until I was 21. So I spent basically my whole entire life in Marietta, 14 years. I went to elementary school, middle school, and high school, all in Marietta, all the Marietta School District. So basically out of high school, I started working full time. I was working for a company called Cormark. It's a distribution company located all around the country, where they just supply food, cleaning products, a bunch of different things to small like mini marts and gas stations and stuff like that. So that's what I was doing. I did that for about 2 years, from like right when I turned 19 to 21, like my early 21. And then in between that, I started coaching CrossFit. So I was working that job, I was doing a CrossFit job. I left the boring distribution job to work 2 CrossFit jobs. That ended up cutting down to 1. and that one would be at my last previous CrossFit gym, CrossFit Renatus. Basically, I was there to sunrise to sunset, not necessarily coaching the whole entire time I was there, but doing a couple classes in midday. Me and all my buddies were doing a 2-a-day competition programming. So we were, one of us would get there in the morning and start coaching. All of us would meet up there. We'd start training. We'd eat lunch, train again. Then whoever didn't basically coach in the morning would coach the nights. And it was kind of just, we were all there all day long, either working or working out. So I was getting a good amount of hours to the point where I, comfortably sustained myself while still living at home and, not having too much responsibility. But then due to certain circumstances, my hours were cut drastically, and it just didn't make sense to stay at that establishment anymore. My shoulder's lit. So the goal was, even a year before I moved down here, even when I was working at the other job and I was still getting plenty of hours, the goal was still to move down to San Diego with my buddy Roderick. There were a lot of bonuses to moving down here. One was, at least more so on my part, he says he could have lived there a little longer, but I was just tired of Murrieta. I was tired of the same old. There was literally nothing to do. It's like you went to a restaurant or you went to the mall. That was basically all there was to do around town. But also, his girlfriend, now fiance, was living down there at the time, so that was one of his reasons to move down there. And another big goal is to get even more competitive in CrossFit. Our goal is, realistically with the team, but even if we can maybe one day make it individually, is to make it to regionals. That's like our main goal, what we train for, what we have in our mind when we walk into the gym. There's way more CrossFit gyms, there's way more CrossFit competitions, there's a lot more competitive gyms down here, so that was our goal. Our goal was to kind of get down there, get a little more into the CrossFit scene, and see what we can possibly do in the future with our CrossFit career, I guess you could say. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a while or seen some of our other videos, we no longer follow Invictus. We follow HyperFit. It's definitely a different feel to it. On Invictus Athlete, we were dying. It was just so much heavy all the time, and it was just draining us. And the volume was pretty good as well. We were totally not prepared for the amount of volume that came into it. We started on the Invictus competition program. From there, Roderick started doing his own personal training through Invictus, and then we both went and started Invictus Athlete together, and that was a big shocker. But with HyperFit, it's kind of the same deal. It's a good amount of volume still, but it's not always as heavy. It's more so built to a heavy, or a 20-minute EMOM of working up in weight, and it's allowing you to not have to kill yourself to try to, I gotta do 5 sets at 85-90% or whatever it is. It's more so, okay, work up I feel. Okay, today I feel good, I'll try to go heavy. If I don't feel good, I'll go a little lighter. So that was always, so that's one of the big things we like about HyperFit. It's still still a good amount of volume, still great workouts, still get your ass kicked. It still has you go heavy sometimes, but it's for us individually. Not saying Invictus Athlete isn't a great program, but for us, HyperFit just made more sense. It allowed us to not die, recover, and just perform better overall. So that was kind of a little off topic, but anyways, getting back to moving down to San Diego. So the gym I was working at had to cut my hours down. I was basically, not making enough money at all to do anything really, and I had a lot of money set up. I started working when I was 16. I started working like full time when I was like 17. I was working 38 plus hour weeks when I was 17 years old. So I'd been saving up money for a while, and I had a good amount of money saved up. And while this happened, Roger was able to get himself a job down in San Diego working at Power Keg Athletics. So he's a full-time coach there. He's there all the time, taking care of members, group classes, individual one-on-one type stuff. So he was already living in San Diego while I was still up in Murrieta working up here. So one day he just said, hey man, you should just come down here. You're a hard worker. Try to find some work, find a job, and see if you can make it happen. And at the time I was like, what do I have to lose? Worst case scenario, I spent all my savings. I end up having to move back home, get another boring job. But I mean, I would have felt horrible if I went my whole life, doing something I didn't enjoy, or always thinking, what if I would have moved to San Diego? How my life would have been differently? What could I have become? So on April 30th, that night, I moved down to San Diego. The thing was, we were living with 3 people. So it was Roderick, his fiance, and then our friend's girlfriend at the time. So with me moving in, it was 4 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. So I ended up sleeping in the little den area that we had, which was like probably maybe, I don't even know, probably 20 feet by 20 feet. So I had just enough room for like a bed, a dresser, a desk, and then like all my clothes were in the closet in the hallway. So basically for like, when did we move? Basically for 3 months, I slept in the den, and since it was a den, it doesn't have a door, we had a curtain going across for my doorway. So we just had hung up a curtain, like a big old, like a, not a shower curtain, but a big old, like a curtain you would use for a large window. We hung that up, and that's where I slept. And it was, you know, I got a lot of not very great nights of sleep because there's nothing in between me and basically where the kitchen was. So every morning I hear pots and pans and cups being filled with coffee, and it was, you know, I was always up at the crack of dawn even though I didn't have a job. So that kind of sucked. So shortly after, I was able to start just working out at Roderick's gym, just hanging out, trying to find work. Luckily, one of the other coaches there had like a part-time job he was able to find me. That's where my job at the Hilton. Thank you, Johnny. Shout out to Johnny for hooking me up with a little part-time job. So a few days a week, I work at the Hilton, coaching some of the executives there. That's when Past Parallel hit me up and said, hey, would you like, you know, we're getting a bunch of units ordered, we're getting much more busier, would you like to come and work? So I started learning how to do the heat press and working for them. And then right before I moved to San Diego, I sent my resume to a ton of CrossFit gyms down in San Diego area. The funny thing was, like a month and a half I had moved down, maybe a month later that I'd moved down, so let me rephrase that. So about a month to a month and a half of me living in San Diego, a gym finally hit me up saying, hey, are you still looking for hours? We're still looking to coach. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. And it was Code 3 Athletics in San Diego, so I started coaching there. And while all this was happening, I was still creating YouTube videos. I still love doing YouTube videos. I was still putting them out. I had a lot of time on my hands, so I was doing a lot of that. There were some weeks where I was creating like 5 videos a week, which at the time was really hard. But when you're vlogging, hey, it makes it a lot easier to kind of give you guys a lot of content, so that's kind of cool. But that's kind of my rambling, unorganized story of how I moved to San Diego. I moved here with 0 jobs. Now, if you include YouTube, I have 4 jobs, and the possibilities are endless, really. I'm still waiting to hear back from the interview that I had with Power King Athletics. I still don't know what the outcome is, so I feel like it did good. I know the owners pretty well. I don't know if that's advantage or disadvantage, that maybe they know me and they're like, oh, we don't want this kid, or maybe they like me and they might just hire me for that reason and kind of teach me the ropes of how they want things run and how they want me to become a coach, or how they want me to coach their athletes. So hopefully that happens. And there's just so many little things in San Diego going on. There's a guy that goes to the gym that goes to Power K, who's a chiropractor. And he wants to do like a video series of different things and create videos and create a bunch of content for his website. And he's like, hey, you know, I'm willing to, you know, not really pay you at first because I don't have much money, but, you know, trade for chiropractor work or soft tissue massages and stuff. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I'll do that. And maybe in the future, these videos do help him and it can lead to something else or whatever it is. So I guess the moral of this story is, don't be afraid to chase your dreams. Coaching is something I want to do for the rest of my life. It's what I want to be doing every day of my life. And I'm slowly getting to that point where basically I'm almost coaching every single day. I get to create awesome YouTube videos for you guys, so that's something I enjoy doing. I love doing a lot. So whatever you want to do in life, if you want it bad enough, chase it, do it. I've had a lot of late nights. I've had a lot of early mornings. I've had a lot of crazy schedule. You know, it hasn't been easy, but I've been putting in the work. I've been doing what I can to make things happen, and it's slowly all coming together. So do what you want to do, what makes you happy. If you guys want to hear in the next couple of vlogs why I didn't go to college, hit a like on this video. Make sure you comment down below what you want to hear next about that. I think it'd be kind of cool. Like maybe every other vlog, every couple of vlogs, do like a story or a background behind me, and kind of just build up this repertoire of how you guys see me and how you guys can get to know me. All right, guys. Well, my camera's about to die. I didn't bring an extra battery today, so I'll end the vlog here today a little earlier than normal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please leave a like on this video. Subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I enjoy doing this video so much. These vlogs are sweet, but if you want to see any videos on technique stuff, you have any questions on CrossFit workouts or just regular fitness exercises or whatever it may be, let me know down below. I'll create some videos for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.